How has all of the drama that you described influenced your ability to get across healthcare reform, for example? What is the timeline on that? What is the update of that? So many Republicans across the country, Mr. Leader, elected a Republican-controlled Congress to fix healthcare.
Yeah, well, we're in intense meetings in the Senate. The bill finally passed the House. It wasn't easy in the House, and it won't be any easier in the Senate. 3 days a week, we are in intense discussions with virtually all of the 52 members of the Senate. And my goal is to get to at least 50 votes to repeal and replace Obamacare, and those discussions are underway.
Do you have a timeline on that?
Well, we can't take forever. The private health insurance market is collapsing. Insurers are pulling out of markets. I don't think we have forever to address this, but I'm not going to put a strict timeline on it.
So many people, there's really nothing more personal than health insurance.
Right.
Can you guarantee that whatever reform package is passed, that no one will lose coverage?
Well, what we know is what we have now is a disaster. It isn't working. The exchanges are collapsing. The status quo is unacceptable. We need to do better than the status quo. Another
big issue, of course, is tax reform. You have said that this has to be revenue neutral. Yeah. The president is proposing a massive tax cut. It's seemingly there could be some tension on visions. Is there tension on the visions, and what is the timeline? Are you confident we could have comprehensive tax reform by the end of the year?
Well, it will have to be revenue neutral. We have a $21 trillion debt.
A lot of money.
Yeah. We added an enormous amount of debt during the Obama years. So we'll have to be revenue neutral. I don't want to put a strict timeline on it. The last time tax reform was done, it took several years. But we certainly want to try to complete it this Congress and make America more competitive. That's what it's about. We didn't have 1 year of 3% growth, not 1 year of 3% growth during all of Obama.
One of the most controversial issues of tax reform, of course, has been the border adjustment tax. Mm-hmm. I've spoken with a lot of senators in the Senate who are against it. What are the chances of a border tax being involved in all this?
Well, it's probably wouldn't pass the Senate. But the way we're trying to go forward is the Secretary of the Treasury, the Speaker, and myself are trying to reach an agreement on a proposal that we can all agree to start with. And, of course, it will start in the House. We haven't reached that agreement yet, but we will at some point. Border adjustability is a pretty controversial thing in the Senate, but we'll see what's in the final thing we agree to.
Have you spoken with the president since last night about the news of the day?
I speak with him frequently.
And just a final question, because we hear a lot about this on Bloomberg, of course, is the need for regulatory reform, particularly on Dodd-Frank. What are the chances of that? What is the status of that?
Well, we're doing a lot of regulatory reform. We've done 14 repealers of Obama-era regulations already this year under the Congressional Review Act. I'd love to revisit Dodd-Frank. My community bankers have taken a hit. So far, the Democrats on the Senate Banking Committee, and there are enough Democrats to keep us from reforming Dodd-Frank, don't seem to want to change it, even though all their community bankers are complaining about it. I would love to do it. It would require some Democratic involvement in order to achieve a statutory change in the Senate.
And next week, the president is unveiling his budget proposal. And of course, there's a lot looming in September, potentially even a government shutdown. What are you going to be looking for in the president's budget?
Well, we generally, no matter who the president is, generally don't pay a whole lot of attention to the president's budget, but we share some of his priorities. I think plussing up defense is something almost all Republicans think is important. Breaking out of the dollar for dollar, when the Democrats ran everything, for a dollar of defense spending increase, you had to have a dollar of domestic. We've broken out of that already. Most of the president's priorities I share, some of them I don't, and we'll work our way through this, and it'll have to be a bipartisan negotiation. The Democrats will not be irrelevant.